All right, we are continuing to learn more about the fatal ambush of the group of Idaho firefighters over the weekend on Sunday. 2 firefighters were killed, a third was injured, and the gunman is also dead. My name is Hannah Everman. I'm a digital journalist. I'm going to take you through the timeline of this and also the identities of everyone involved because that's also new. So at about 1:20 p.m. Sunday, local firefighters in Coeur d'Alene got called out for a grass fire on Canfield Mountain. That's about less than 15 minutes from Coeur d'Alene's downtown area. When they got to the scene at about 1:50 p.m., they actually had a conversation with 20-year-old Wess Roley, who was later identified as the gunman in this incident. But at the time, that conversation went pretty quick. They asked him to move his vehicle because they were setting up for their attack on the fire, and nothing really happened. Then, about 2 p.m., 10 minutes later, firefighters radioed to dispatch that they were being shot at. Listen to that 911 call.
We need law enforcement to get up here. We could possibly get the 2 wounded out. I'm pinned down behind Battalion 1's rig. It's clear to me that this fire was set intentionally to draw us in.
Now you hear in that audio the firefighters say, it's clear this fire was intentionally set to draw us in. Officials said Roley apparently had flint on him and used that to spark the fire. A total of 300 law enforcement personnel poured into this scene from jurisdictions all around the region. Officers were also dealing with a 17,000 square foot containment area on the mountain, all as they are also exchanging gunfire with the suspect. So this was a very chaotic scene, as you can imagine. Kootenai County Sheriff Robert Norris said that apparently Roley grew up in an arborist family. He had experience climbing trees, and he was actually firing at first responders from the treetops.
This was a total ambush. These firefighters did not have a chance.
2 firefighters were killed. They were identified Monday as Coeur d'Alene Fire Battalion Chief John Morrison and Kootenai County Fire and Rescue Battalion Chief Frank Harwood. A third firefighter, Dave Tisdall, was injured in the incident. He was taken to the hospital and remains there today. As for the shooter, law enforcement used cell phone data and drones to pinpoint Roley's location on the mountain. When they noticed that his cell phone signal was not moving, hadn't moved for about over an hour, they sent SWAT officers in, and that's where they actually found Roley's body. He apparently shot himself, according to law enforcement, and a shotgun was found near his body. SWAT officers quickly moved Roley's body and any evidence that they could collect because that grass fire was actually moving in. It was about 50 feet away from that scene where that evidence was. That fire has since been contained by local fire officials. There's still many unanswered questions in this story. Investigators are trying to determine what was Roley's motive. They hope to discover more when they're able to inventory his vehicle.
We have not been able to find any manifesto. We have not been able to inventory the vehicle, although people that have seen the vehicle do believe it appeared as if he was living in the vehicle. There was a lot of debris.
Officials said Roley apparently actually wanted to be a firefighter, but they haven't been able to tie that specifically to a motive. And local fire departments said they did not have any known applications from him. Investigators are also trying to determine what weapons were used potentially in this ambush beyond just that shotgun that they found.
It appears right now we have a shotgun that was used, but we're still processing the scene.
So obviously a shotgun is not a sniper weapon.
Correct.
Do you know what kind of weapon that was?
Well, we're still processing the scene, but let me kind of set the scene for everybody. When you're in a rural area and you're heavily treed, heavily brushed, and when you're taking fire, then it just adds a whole different dynamic to the situation. So what was reported by people on scene, by peace officers on scene, that they believed that they were taking sniper fire, yes.
As for the Coeur d'Alene community and those local firefighters, officials said they are in shock, of course, and are coming together to support each other in any way that they can.
Yesterday was one of the most absolute darkest days that either one of these organizations has ever faced.
Idaho Governor Brad Little ordered flags to be flown at half staff in honor of the fallen firefighters. There was also a second procession for them Tuesday morning. Community members have donated food, they've sent cards and flowers, and are just trying to show up for their community and those local firefighters and their families. We'll keep digging on this story and bring you the very latest updates, of course, on our YouTube page and our social media. So if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe or follow us, and we'll obviously provide those updates on our website as well. Thanks for watching.